begin, first, this video probably would have been uploaded yesterday if it weren't for the fact that I was busy fixing my parents' DVD-VCR combo. The VCR would play for about 15 seconds before shutting down completely. I initially blamed it on the power supply board, but then found out all I needed to do is just clean a sensor under a gear that tells the VCR that it's running, in addition to keeping time of the tape. After I cleaned that, it worked fine again. By the way, my 3D printer fan hasn't come yet, as it's coming from the Chinese country of China, so it could be a while before this thing works again. Also, let's talk about something I noticed as I was loading up the live subscriber count for the 10,000 subscriber special. My ad revenue. It's $206 to $3.3 thousand. How is that even possible? My channel isn't even monetized! And then I figured it out. It's the ad revenue that the owners of the music you use occasionally are making. Sometimes I use music like Wings of a Butterfly or a Party Rock Anthem, and the ad revenue goes to the owner of the music when the ads get put on the video. So that's basically what it is. So those monthly earnings technically aren't even mine. They're the owner of the music's ad revenue. So that ad revenue that showed up on Social Blade probably isn't even accurate. So, and now the Q&A. 3 Brony EE comments. It looks like you're working on a 2001 on your desk during the mini Bosai demos. Is that a 2001 or something else? You can also tell me that you're not working on it and it's just a desk decoration. Well, that actually is a fully functional mini 2001 DC tornado siren, and it's not on a desk, it's on a piano, so I'm going to go ahead and show it off right now. Okay, here's my Mini 2001 up close. I do a bit of a walk around, show you some of the details. What I realized I could have done is I could have just put the camera on a tripod and turned the rotator on, and then I could show the details even more. There's just some hair on here. The rotator is actually the same style that's on the Mini Thunderbolt. It uses the exact same parts, just printed white instead of yellow. Now, this stand was originally supposed to be much taller than this, but unfortunately the nozzle got clogged partway into printing it, as evident by you can see the infill in there. And I am running low on white material to make the stand with, and my 3D printer is still broken, so I can't reprint that stand right now. The Mini 2001 is not very loud, only 64 decibels at 10 feet. I'd actually call that really pathetic. Like, this is 73 decibels at 10 feet. This is 64 decibels at 10 feet. That's probably a little bit less loud than the Mega Blaster Jr., which I think is like 64 or 65 decibels at 10 feet. So, yeah. By the way, someone asked me what's the decibel rating on Blitz, the Blitz tornado siren I made. That's actually, according to my phone, 80 decibels at 10 feet. So yes, it is the loudest siren I've ever made. The voltage regulator configuration on my Mini 2001 is a bit different than that on my Mini Thunderbolt. It uses an adjustable voltage regulator, but with a fixed voltage set by these resistors. So that way it's set to about 3 volts DC, because that's what the chopper on my Mini 2001 needs to get to the right pitch of a 2001 DC. Now, I haven't put any labels on the front of the rotator yet, like I've done with the Mini Thunderbolt. I have some made in Microsoft Paint yet, I just haven't printed them off yet. Trapstar commented, "What port is Blitz?" Blitz is dual tone. The Blitz is 4 3-port, but it spins really fast to the point where it sounds almost like it's 12 9-port. So, yeah. Randy Willoughby commented, I'm gonna be honest, but he doesn't look like he's ugly, he actually looks nice. Well, thanks. And don't forget, that was on Broken Solar Panel versus P50, and P50 was the one calling me ugly. And it makes sense for P50 to call me ugly, because P50's a jerk. Discovering the World and More commented, could you make a mini Carter / Castle Casting / Gent / Klaxon GP12 at some point, please? If I get another dual axle motor, which are quite hard to obtain, even through eBay, then maybe. And if my 3D printer gets working again. And he also asks, what are the new emo characters on TSM used for? Those I just drew in my spare time. In fact, I actually drew a few more of them, and I'm going to show them right now. Yeah, those are just drawn in my spare time. Probably not going to be using those in TSM, unless, of course, I change my mind, but never know. Something could happen, and I could use him for it. Never know. And number 3. Ever thought of collecting a real Siren? If so, what Siren would it be? What do you think? It's a Thunderbolt. But again, I don't have the money or the space for a real full-size Siren, let alone a Thunderbolt. Neil Prasad, 1905, commented, how loud is your Blitz in decibels? 80 decibels at 10 feet, according to my phone. Joanne Steely commented, what brand of MP3 player is that? I've never seen it before, BSP. The old one is a SanDisk Sansa model M250. 2.0 gigabytes thing. The new one is the Eclipse Fit Clip, which I think is what it is. And it's the one I use for the mini beside me send now. Jordan Bowen commented, there was one question I wanted to ask you, BSP. How'd you make the blower pipe for your cardstock Thunderbolt Siren? That was really simple. All I did is I just took a piece of cardstock paper and printed a yellow square on it, or yellow rectangle or whatever. Then I cut it out and rolled it around a screwdriver or something, or a pencil, and then just hot glued it by filling it with hot glue. And then you can see, like, inside the blower pipe, you can see a bunch, like a blob of hot glue. I just kind of squirted a hot glue sample down into it by sticking the hot glue gun into it and just pulling the trigger and pumping a bunch of hot glue into it. So yeah, no, and I just kind of held it together until it dried. I used low temp hot glue, so don't worry, it didn't burn me or anything. And that holds the pipe together. I also did it to the other side as well before gluing it onto the rotator box here. And yeah, that's basically how I made the blower pipe on my cardstock mini Thunderbolt Siren. Creeper Boy 099 commented, when did you build the Blitz? I built that a long time ago, probably even before the coronavirus pandemic, and I just never showed it on YouTube until I got 10,000 subscribers because of how loud it was. So yeah. M83 Gaming commented, a question, what is the video that made you famous? Well, probably the first episode of Tornado Siren Madness, The Replacement, I think is what it was called. Like that very first episode where Thunderbolt uses his flame breath to burn a 2001 SRN. That was the very first episode of Tornado Siren Madness. That's probably what ended up gaining me my fame. But my most popular video, which by the way just gained 1 million views, is Thunderbolt versus Electronic Sirens and one Mechanical Siren. The Dr. J 2006 commented, it's WAV, not WAV. Yeah, I always thought it was WAV because every WAV file, the ending always says .wav or WAV or whatever, and it's usually labeled as WAV on the icons, not WAV. So I assumed that maybe it stood for Windows Audio / Video or Windows Audio Visual or something like that, because, like, you know, WMV stands for Windows Media Video or something like that. But it turns out WAV is actually just short for wave. They just took one letter off. So yeah, that's why I call it WAV files, because that's the end of the file. Kind of like MP3. I don't call it Media Player 3. I call it MP3, even though MP3 I think stands for Media Player 3. as far as I know. Erica's Pictures commented, "Love the chimes. Hey, good idea. Make a Thunderbolt 1003 for Thunder Baby."
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Yeah, a mini Thunderbolt. I'm not gonna do that. Don't worry about that mini Thunderbolt. I'm not gonna make that because I don't want her chasing you. Or maybe not. Maybe I will make a mini 1003 one day. Maybe I'm joking. Yeah, I am. Or maybe not. Yeah. I actually did kind of envision making a mini 1003 at some point. Although the solenoids would have to be really small. So I don't know if I'd be able to make a mini 1003 because I don't think I could find solenoids that small. So yeah. And now, to show you something I should have shown you. Remember when I tried to show off the attack timer on the mini Musen video with the mini Thunderbolt and the attack timer failed? Well, I fixed it. So after showing off the mini Thunderbolt's chopper level, and that was all 5 chopper level settings that the mini Thunderbolt has. I put chopper level 2 or 6 volts DC back in here because now I'm going to demonstrate the attack timer because I just fixed it. So I can show you how the attack signal works now. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in attack mode with the rotator off. Put a chopper, wait, nope, this one has to be off. That one on. This, the blower, the rotator stays off, and attack timer on. So now when I turn this on, it should start in the attack signal. And there you have it. That's how the attack signal works on my mini Thunderbolt. Now to show you the attack signal with the horn pointing at the camera this time instead of away from it. And there you have it. That's what the mini Thunderbolt attack signal sounds like with the horn pointing at the camera. And the rotator off, obviously. Anyways, that's all the questions and answers I have for this Q&A. This is Broken Solar Panel signing off.